Welcome back, my fellow plastic benders, to 3D pen crafts made easy. My name is DK, and today we will take a look at the 3D pen called 3D Tech Slimline 4. Like most electronics, it's manufactured in China. I opted to have the box open already. As some might remember from my introduction to my channel, the box is pretty snug to open. Inside the box are an unspecified piece of filament, the usual manuals. Let's go ahead and put these aside. Furthermore, we have a 3D pen holder, the 3D pen, which has a 0.6mm nozzle, and an USB-A type adapter, which allows the pen to be used in combination with a power bank. For this video, I will just connect it to a power socket and connect it to the slimline. As the pen turns on, the display will reflect it by saying 3D pen. And with that, I will immediately go into the biggest downsides of this 3D pen, which is that the power connected to the pen is so loose that it will constantly lose its connection. The movement on the connector that I make is something that will naturally occur while moving around with the 3D pen. This happened to me all the time while penning, and as you can imagine, is a tremendous interruption to your workflow. Pressing the menu button allows to scroll through available options of the 3D pen. The pen supports multiple presets of temperature and speed for PCL and for PLA and ABS. By holding the menu button, a choice can be made of either two. Each preset has on its own again two presets. The lower preset can be altered by holding the menu button and then altering it by pressing the dial buttons. By pressing the menu button, it will scroll to the other setting and then after another press, accepting the settings. Holding the menu button on the higher preset will make the menu go back to the choice of type of filament. Do note that the nozzle will already heat up while going through these presets. The next part is at own risk, as I am going to open up the nozzle. By turning the tip clockwise, it will loosen up and can be taken off. Here you can see the heat element and connectors to the main body of the pen. As the tips of 3D pens are classified as unusable, it does have to be replaced after wear and tear or being damaged. Let's go ahead and close this side up and take a look at the main body. Again at own risk of damaging the pen. By rotating the black cap at the back of the pen counterclockwise, it will loosen up and can be taken off. Then carefully pull and slide the main body a little bit back. This will pop the rubbers of the controls out, so take these off before removing the rest of the body. This will give access to the electronics, feed tube and motor of the 3D pen. The feed gear is located at the back side just beside the motor. This is also the component that will block the filament from being pushed in further by hand. It is possible to take the components out to check for blockages if needed. This can be seen later in this video. For now, I will just carefully assemble this back together and close it all up. Align the body with the controls in display, then carefully slide it back over. The rubbers can easily be pressed back into the sockets. If they wish to work long, that is. Screw the cap back on and done. As for the functions, I unfortunately can only show previously made clips. I will come back to that in a little bit. The 3D pen does support the functions of auto feed as well as auto retract of the filament. The auto retract can sometimes be a bit of a hassle, as this will also activate by pressing the feed button too many times in quick succession. By pressing and holding feed or retract, it will go as long as you hold it. Double tap either button and it will activate the auto function. But triple tap the feed button and it will start auto retracting the filament. Or sometimes even on release. I'm guessing it is a built-in safety function. But when just manually trying the pen, these auto functions can run rampant at times, leading into some downtime to continue. Okay, as for the reason why I cannot demonstrate the 3D pen for this review's purposes, is that after an approximate total lifetime usage of 10 hours, the motor defected. For some reason, the feed gear does not want to properly feed anymore, while as retracting works just fine. There also doesn't seem to be any blockage in the filament tube, which would be weird if it did. The most known issues of clogging of the nozzle or the gear I did not have any problems with whatsoever, but this could also be because of limited amount of work time thus far. This review is not to discredit the designer or the manufacturer of this pen, as this of course could be a single production error which I so happen to have received. The reseller of this pen notified me that this has not happened with any of the other customers, which is good to know. I will on the other hand choose to opt for another type of 3D pen, as the connection of the adapter is my main deal breaker, and that one for me is harder to judge if it is designed to produce like that, or I am just lucky to hit the jackpot of all production errors. Suggestions, questions and requests are all much appreciated in the comment section down below, and I will try my best to reply and perhaps follow it up in future content. If this seems to be the channel that you would enjoy, please consider a like, share and subscribe, and join me in making some fun crafts. Thanks for watching and happy bending everyone.